Could you tell?
Yeah. Well, I could see the progression. I was like, ah.
So you clicked on this video because you want to learn how to backflip. We'll say no more, I got you covered. Before we attempt the backflip, we need to do a couple drills. The first drill I'm going to have you do starts by lying down on your back with your arms by your side. While keeping your legs together, set with your arms to your ears till you make contact with the floor. Once you make contact with the floor, you want to pull your knees to your chest and focus on grabbing your tuck. The tuck is an essential and necessary part of the flip. Without it, your flip will look like more of a layout and it can be dangerous and challenging to land it. Keep repping this drill over and over again until you become comfortable with it. Each time, you should focus on bringing your knees up faster, pulling them to your face, and lifting your hips and butt off the ground. You'll know you're doing it well if it feels like you're almost going to perform a backwards roll. If this drill is uncomfortable on the ground, you can always do it on a mat. Once you've mastered this drill, it's time to start working on combining the set with a straight jump. To gain height in a backflip, you not only need to jump and press to your toes, but also set as high as possible. Syncing the set with your jump will allow your arms to carry you up even higher in your flip. Keep repping this out and see how much height you can get. Don't try and add in the tuck just yet because you might accidentally flip or not rotate at all. If you're practicing this drill on a spring floor or a trampoline, this should be fairly easy because those surfaces give you a little extra bounce. Now if you still don't see how this is related to the first drill, I'll put the two clips side by side. As you can see, in the first drill, we're doing the same thing, but just with our backs against the floor. Once you've mastered the straight jump and the set, it's time to move on. Now we're going to practice the backwards roll. If you don't have a cheese mat like I do, that's completely fine. You can do this on a mattress or even on the grass. You want to start with your arms by your ears in a bent position with the palms of your hands facing the ceiling. Sit down and bring your knees to your face. The whole time you should try and look at your feet. Keep working on this without actually rotating. Once you're comfortable, you're going to want to sit down as fast as possible, bring your knees into your face, and press through your hands to make it back to your feet and land it. And there you go, you just did your first backwards roll. Keep drilling this over and over so you get comfortable with the feeling of going over your head. This drill should help build up some confidence for the flip. The next thing you're going to want to do is find some mats or a soft surface that is elevated off the ground. If you don't have access to mats, you could always just stack some pillows on your bed or on a couch and practice this drill. Now we're going to do a backdrop with a tuck. Just like the second drill, jump and set as high as you can and bring in your tuck and land on your back. Keep doing this over and over again. This drill will help you get used to jumping and landing on your back and build up even more confidence for the full flip. Once you've got the backdrop down, it's time to take it up a notch. You want to try and elevate the surface even more. If you have access to mats, stack them till they are shoulder level. And now we're going to try to combine the set, the backdrop, and the backwards roll. As soon as you set, bring your knees in and try and backwards roll out of the backdrop. As you can see, it's starting to look a little more like a backflip. If you're unable to get over the mat, you are not setting high enough. Like I said before, the set is an important part of getting height in your backflip. This drill is going to force you to do so in order to make it over and roll. Once you've drilled this over and over, you can rotate quickly and you feel completely comfortable with it. It's time. Before you attempt the backflip, make sure you've gone through all of these steps and practice them all in a safe environment. Our first backflip attempt is going to be off an elevated surface so that we have extra height for our flip. If you have access to a mat, please use one. I'm not responsible for any injuries, so make sure you're taking careful precautions. If you have someone who can spot and knows how to do so, you can ask them. Okay, now it's time to combine everything we just practiced. Think of this as the last drill we did minus the mats. You'll need to pull in your tuck and hold it for the flip. When you're flipping, you need to be able to spot your landing, which means see the ground. Hold your tuck in until you do so. You don't want to open up too early. It's better to over-rotate than under-rotate a backflip. Keep drilling your backflips off a block or a surface till you can land them consistently. Once you can, it's time to get rid of the mat. Do the same exact thing as before and you should be able to land it off a block onto the ground. Okay, now if you're feeling really confident, you got the height, you got the set, the rotation, the spot, and the landing, it's time to attempt one on the flat ground. Do the same thing as before. Make sure to set and jump as high as possible before trying to rotate, since now we don't have extra height from a block. Alright, let's get to it. 3, 2, 1, boom. You've just landed your first backflip on flat ground. Well, that's pretty much it for the video. Let me know in the comments if you found this video useful. If you guys want to start seeing more gymnastics, parkour, and tricking videos, drop a like. If you're new to the channel and enjoy the content, be sure to subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you know every time I upload, and I'll see y'all in the next one.